Joel Barkin right now from the Oneida Nation. Joel, good morning. How are you?
How are you, my friend?
We've had a very difficult morning technically. We've had, if there's anything that can go wrong on the technical side, it has gone wrong for us.
We've made some grammatical errors as well.
Sure we have.
Got to plan accordingly.
All right. Well, listen, let's get started here on the Oneida Nation and the Supreme Court ruling, which basically sends this back to the states. Does that mean that the Oneida Nation has to have a state a law go into place before you do sports betting, or has the Supreme Court decision cleared the way for you guys to begin immediately?
There was a law that was passed in 2013 when the state passed gaming expansion that included language specific to sports betting and said that should the Congress Act or the Supreme Court basically overturn the federal prohibition, that it would, could be advanced in New York State. So between that and the Oneida Nation's compact with New York State, which created gaming with the Oneida Nation 25 years ago, we've been in pretty much preparing for this moment. I think many people thought that the Supreme Court would rule this way. So we have spent some time putting in place plans in the event that this happened, and now we're putting those plans into action.
So how long do you think before you guys will be able to offer, because there's a big game coming up Thursday night, I was wondering about. How long? Well, how long will it take, do you think?
Well, it will not be Thursday night.
Okay, just checking.
And we don't have a specific timetable because we're still working through, obviously there's a number of details that go into this. And I think, as you know, this is a incredibly regulated industry, not just sports betting, but gaming in general. So we are working through some of the details on that, but we hope in the very near future.
All right. So how will it go? There will be kiosks. Will it be similar to what is currently there? You guys are able to do any of the, well, let's say Keno. You sit down. There's TV screens all over. What will it be like?
Well, I mean, I think you can. As I said, it's hard to get into some of the details now because we're still working through the specifics. But obviously, if you go to places like Nevada, I mean, there is a state where there is a precedent that's been set, and I think you're going to see it largely mirror what you see in places like Nevada and how they run it, where it's, we plan on having it, at our different venues throughout the nation, homeland. So it will take on different, I think, forms. But yeah, I mean, there'll be a sports area and casino and potentially other ways as well. I
do wonder if, like you're able to, on some of your properties, you're able to put a slot machine in there. Is that something that you could place a sports bet, not just at the Turning Stone, but maybe at one of the convenience stores? Is that possible?
I don't want to get into the specifics yet.
Yeah.
Like I said, we're still working through it. But clearly, like I said, I think Nevada has presented a good blueprint for how this can work effectively. And I think the one thing you can be sure of is, the nation is now celebrating, will be celebrating this summer its 25th anniversary in gaming. And 25 years of I think a pretty impeccable record of running what we consider to be, the most effective, transparent gaming operation in the state and maybe in the nation. So it's going to complement the other businesses that we run, our restaurants, our entertainment, and I think people will be very excited to have that as an additional entertainment option with here in the area.
Yeah. Manaski.
This is maybe hypothetical, and I know you're avoiding going down this road at this point, but I guess I just have to ask, since the ruling, everyone's talking about, okay, well, the NHL wants 1% off the top, and the NBA wants 1% off the top, and then You have organized sports leagues talking about an integrity tax to ensure that all the money being placed on games doesn't affect or, lead to players basically being bought out, right? Would the Oneida Nation be subject to those type of, we're taking a percent here, we're taking a percent here?
But it sounds like confusing depending on if it's the NFL. What does the NFL
take? Like you said, it's all hypothetical at this point.
Okay.
So I think but your point is right in that this is a new world order, right? I mean, you've had it legal in one state, and overnight, now with
everyone's
the court
got
ruling,
their hand out.
You're going to see it legal in many states. So hence why it's going to take us a little bit more time to sort of sort out the details, and a lot of these things will play themselves out.
I got to tell you, we had a guy who's a sports betting guy, and what do you call it? A handicapper, who comes on the air before every major sporting event. He's a regular. All excited because his handicapping website is now going to be a website where he can take bets. He's all ready to go, and that's uncharted territory as well.
I don't think he's right
how the
on
internet is going to handle. But one of the things one point he did make, Joel, that I'd like your take on is this is a huge, enormous amount of money, especially when it comes to apps, computer bets, that is being sent overseas right now. That money can now be reclaimed here in the United States.
I think that's absolutely accurate, and I would say in the case of the Oneida Nation, this isn't always exactly the case with other commercial enterprises, but the nation reinvests its revenues right back into Central New York because it's located in Central New York. Its homelands are in Central New York, so we have 25 years of investment history to show that these revenues go back into the ground and build. Create jobs and create new economic opportunities. So I think it will be both a great economic boost for this area, as well as something that I think, to your point, people are already doing in ways that are largely unregulated, and now there will be a level of transparency and predictability when sports betting.
Talking to Joel Barkin, Vice President of Communications for the United Nations. Joel, one final point. This is off the betting on sports, but you guys, I think how many years are we into the? There's been an agreement between the United Nation and Oneida County and the counties. We've made, I think, great gains over the last couple of years. One of the perfect spots to that really spotlights on what the Oneidas can do as you become, as opposed to being in this adversarial position, everybody's working together, is the Comets and the All-Star game and all of that. It's just been, I think that's a real great example of what can be accomplished.
Well, thank you for bringing that up. Yes, this is the 5-year anniversary of the settlement between the Oneida Nation, Oneida County, Madison County, and New York State, which has resulted in I think, to your point, great alignment between the nation and the counties and the local business community. More than $200 million has been generated from the Oneida Nation in public revenues that have gone back into Oneida County, that have gone to schools, to roads, to libraries, and there's been it's sort of a new era of partnership with things like the AHL All-Star Game, where we're able to move quickly, take advantage of opportunities, and have everyone move in the same direction. So it has been an unprecedented level of coordination and success, and we're very proud of the legacy that we've built over the last 5 years with this settlement, and are very excited about moving forward.
All right, Joel, we appreciate your time, and this is going to be really interesting. I did not realize that you guys are celebrating 25 years this summer.
Yeah.
What a perfect time to launch.
More of that as well.
What a perfect time to launch something new. Just saying, it'd be perfect. Joel Barkin from the United Nation, thanks so much. Appreciate it.
Have a great day.
Thanks, you too.